What's going on, guys? Radar here, bringing you basically everything that you need to know about me with the LBA. Now, obviously, last season was not my season for the LBA. I drafted horribly. However, this season, on the screen right in front of you, is my team. I drafted amazingly well. I have so much bulk. Okay. Obviously, I'm the Baltimore Brave Yards. I'm going to start from the very beginning. If you do not know what the LBA is, draft-based league. Whenever you draft a Pokemon, nobody else in your division can take it. And there can only be one per division, so on and so forth. There are bans that are different from other bans. Like, we can't have Rest Talk Mega Slowbro. We can't have Speed Boost Blaziken, but we can have regular Blaziken. I'm trying to think if there are any other that are popping out right. Oh, Mega Metagross is banned. And all of these were voted on by the people that were in it last season. And that's what we ended up deciding for everything. So, ever since last season, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make the best drafts that I possibly can for my play style. So, going into the draft, I knew for a fact that I needed to have Tyranitar. Tyranitar was fantastic last season. Giovanni had it, and was it Giovanni? It was either Giovanni or Brio. One of them had it, and it did so much work. I can't even begin to tell you how jealous I am that they had it over me. So this season, right off the gate, I needed Tyranitar. It can be physical, it can be special, it can be a Dragon Dancer, it can be a Stealth Rocker, it can be an Assault Vester, it can be a Sand Setter Upper to fight weather teams. It is insanely amazing. I love it. So after I drafted Tyranitar, I knew for a fact that I needed a core of defensive Pokemon that could not be stopped and could work with each other so well to the point where it would just frustrate my opponent. And naturally, Slowbro. Slowbro did so much work for me last season that I could not let this thing go by me. It has Regenerator. It has the best physical defense of anything I can think of. I've had it live choice banded Brave Birds with a little bit under 50%, and then with leftovers it got above 50. I believe that's exactly what it was. I might be a little bit off, but it is so amazing. So Slowbro had to be on it. And whenever I looked at its ability, Regenerator, I was like, holy tits. That's probably why Slowbro is so amazing. So I started scrolling down the list as to what else had Regenerator, and nothing else popped off the screen except for Amoonguss. Amoonguss just kind of got to this point to where it was a last season Nasser had it, and whenever he had it, he would do so well with it that you wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. Like he would have it in there in the rain, and it would be able to soak up hits. He'd be able to hit something with a Spore or a Giga Drain, and it would be fine. And it was insane. I love Amoonguss. It's going to be so amazing. So having decent Regenerator core is going to be fantastic. So after I drafted Amoonguss, I went into this draft saying that I'm not going to draft a Mega. However, you see on your screen that I drafted Mega Scizor. Now, the reason why I drafted Mega Scizor is because normally, by the fourth round, all of the amazing Megas that you would expect are gone. Mega Charizard X, Mega Venusaur, Mega Mawile, Mega Charizard, Mega Blastoise. There's so many awesome Megas. Mega Garchomp. They're normally always taken in the first 3 rounds. This season, none of them were being taken. And Mega Scizor is such an amazing threat with Swords Dance and priority. I had to snatch it up before I let anybody else grab it. I could not resist letting this thing go. And naturally, my favorite type of offense in the entire world is Volt Turn Core. It just puts so much pressure on the opponent, and if they don't have a ground type that can soak up both hits or can even can even live a hidden power ice, honestly. And after looking at everything that got Volt Switch, I did not want to draft Raikou again. I didn't want to do it, but looking back, honestly, I could have. However, Jolteon fits my team so well. I love it. I love Jolteon so much. I used to hate it. It used to be on my top 5 or my top 10 least favorite Pokemon, but now I'm starting to love it. It does so much work for me. And with it having Volt Switch, having access to Shadow Ball for Psychic types like Latios and Latias, with their Megas being in the league, I had to snatch up something that was fast that I could slap a Choice Specs on, and it could carry its own. A timid Choice Specs Jolteon does fantastically in this league. So I had to make sure that I got this. Then after I drafted Jolteon, I started to look at everything that had been drafted so far, and there were so many amazing Pokemon that had not been drafted, like pseudo legendaries that had not been drafted. Hydreigon was probably the one that stuck out to me the most. Hydreigon just it kills in a league like this because it can run so many different sets. You can scarf it, you can specs it, you can life orb it. If you even wanted to, you could be that guy that runs an assault vest just so you can live a scald and hit back really hard with a freaking Draco Meteor. It blows my mind the type of sets that I'll be able to run with Hydreigon. So I'm really happy that I got Hydreigon. Then the next thing I wanted something that had huge power. And by huge power, I don't mean the ability huge power. I mean like it can hit really hard. And normal type is my favorite type. So I was like, you know what, Diggersby, you can get your ears a little bit more dirty on my team, and you can just enjoy just smacking people around with a return. I've been practicing with Diggersby since before the league, and I'm so comfortable with it, and I know what it can and can't live. So I'm almost positive that this thing will be amazing, and it gets access to amazing moves this generation. It gets Ice Punch, it gets Knock Off, it gets Fire Punch, it gets so many awesome moves, along with the already amazing priority with a quick attack and then wild charge and earthquake and return or frustration depending on if it's your Pokemon or not. But it Diggersby is probably going to be one of my favorite Pokemon to use just so I can dwiddle Pokemon down with these two things and smack them at with a quick attack, and then it's going to just end up getting to the point to where they're not going to be able to stop the quick attack. Even if I wanted to, if say, let me think of something that's really fast with priority. I can't really think of anything that's really fast with priority. But if I want to, I could slap a Choice Scarf on it to make sure I outspeed that. It makes me so happy to think that I actually got this amazing Pokemon. So, and then after I did all that, I was like, you know what? I only have one hazards remover, and that would be Mega Scizor with a Defog. So I need another one because Mega Scizor can't be brought every time with its 4 times weakness to fire. It can't. It literally cannot be brought, especially considering the fact that I have 2 other bonds that are weak to fire as well. So Blastoise was my prime suspect for a Rapid Spinner because Donphan had been drafted, and then Fortress I don't think had been drafted yet, but I didn't want Fortress. I for some reason just felt that Fortress wasn't for me because Fortress sets up hazards, gets rid of hazards, and I don't really like that. To where I could run an offensive set with Rapid Spin and be able to get rid of hazards with Blastoise, and it has decent bulk, so I can smack really hard and take hits. So Blastoise, it's gonna be a threat to be watched for. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. So once I drafted Blastoise, I was looking at the other drafts, and almost everything that I had wanted at that point had been drafted. Victini had been drafted, Staraptor had been drafted, Crobat had been drafted, Gardevoir had been drafted. I'm trying to think. There was a couple others that I did want. Togekiss got drafted the round that I was going to take it. So I was like, you know what? I can see right now, originally, I was not going to pick Metagross. Originally, I was just going to let it go because Metagross honestly doesn't help my team out all that much. It maybe can be another bulky hitter, and it can just maybe do a little bit of work compared to, like, it basically does the same thing Mega Scizor does, but minus the 4 times fire weakness. So what my thought process was, if I am able to snag something that other people are going to want later on in the league, let me have it. I'll bench it until I see a need to take it. And then after I find my need is done with it, I'll trade it away and I'll get something that I really want, like hopefully a Staraptor or a Crobat or something like that, or an Infernape or a Mienshao or a Victini. Hey, Bogan, I just listed 4 of your Pokemon. Keep your mind open, man. Keep your mind open. But so Metagross is going to be a really it's going to be interesting whether even if I do decide to bring it because Metagross was on the runner-ups team the runner-ups, yeah, that's the correct English, on his team, and it did a lot of work. So, and with the move tutors that it can get this generation, I might actually keep it. So it was a very good choice for me to snag up Metagross at the last minute, especially, let me tell you what, somebody freaking drafted Clefable. I hate whoever drafted Clefable. I'm not going to go check right now, but I feel like whoever drafted, hold on, I'm going to go look. Give me just 2 seconds, because if whoever drafted Clefable, this is who it's for. Whoever drafted Clefable was drafted in round 1 by Geopolitics. So, Geopolitics, for you drafting Clefable, I hate you, but great pick because it is a force to be reckoned with. However, Metagross is a great check to that, so I have to keep that in mind as well. So Metagross can really help me out. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what this Pokemon can do right there. Then finally, the thing that I really wanted most out of everything was Victini. I wanted Victini so badly. I was the My original lineup was Tyranitar, Slowbro, Amoonguss, Jolteon, Victini. That's originally how I planned to draft. However, whenever I saw Mega Scizor, I had to do that, and that just messed everything else up, and I didn't get Victini. So I was like, there's another fire type that there has to be a fire type I can grab. Infernape was taken up. I wasn't going to draft regular Charizard because regular Charizard is kind of booty in my opinion. I'm not going to draft Rapidash. Arcanine was taken. And I was kind of drawing a brain fart on other fire types that I could use. Heatran was taken. I'm trying to think. This was the final round, so basically everything was taken. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna snag up Blaziken because it can be a fantastic Pokemon. It gets agility, so I can sweep it. It's able to be physical or special. It has so many components to it that I think fits really well on my team. Like looking back at my team, physical or special, physical or special, physical or special, physical or special. So I have like 4 Pokemon that could just go around to whichever one I really need it to. So that kind of just bonded my team together a little bit more. Along with its amazing, I don't want to say amazing coverage, but amazing power moves. Like, it has some of the most powerful moves in the game, and people forget about it. So I'm really looking forward to using Blaziken, especially since it's considered Ubers, even Blaziken, because it's really dumb that Blaziken is Ubers. However, I'm excited that I get to use it. I'm excited that I get to show that it shouldn't be Ubers. It should be like maybe UU, but it's whatever. I'm not going to get into that. However, that is the team that I drafted. I personally think that I drafted probably within the top 5 best out of my 16. I think that throughout the entire thing, I kept a solid mindset as to what I wanted. I only have 2 RU Pokemon, and they're the best 2 Pokemon in RU, in my opinion. So holy crap, I need a drink. I need a drink. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And my voice is starting to go. But, so yeah, I think I drafted really, really, really well. And I think that if people sleep on my team, they're going to be surprised to see that it has so much power behind it that you're not going to expect. So I'm really hoping that I can surprise a couple people. Now, quick looking at my team, I don't even see that many weaknesses that I need to watch out for. I mean, fire, but then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resists. And then I was going to say fighting with these 3, but then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 resists. No, this doesn't resist, it's neutral. But 1, 2, 3 resists. I'm trying to think. Water doesn't hurt me. Fairy doesn't hurt me. Poison kind of does a little bit to me because I only have one thing that like stops. No, poison doesn't because I have 2. No, poison doesn't. Dark doesn't because I have 1, 2, 3. Dark kind of does. I'm not too worried about entry hazards. Entry hazards are the least of my worries because I don't find it necessary. Honestly, it's kind of just a waste of a turn to where I could be using that turn more wisely to knock out a Pokemon. That's my personal opinion, however. But I don't see too many overwhelming weaknesses. Flying, no. Fighting, no. Ghost, no. Psychic, no. I mean, kind of, but then I have these 3. I don't know. I cannot find a super big hole in my team. So it's just kind of gotten to the point to where I need to make sure that I pick the right 6 each battle, and I can do really freaking well. However, I'm gonna upload a video tomorrow where I go over the other people's teams, because the other people's teams are just as good, if not some of them are better than my team. So I really, really, really want you guys to watch this video and then watch that video, and then just let me know what you guys are excited to see in the LBA, like what matchups you're excited to see. I will tell you right now that the people I'm most excited to battle are Greel, Bogut, and JJ. I mean, they are the 3 to beat, in my opinion, in my division. They drafted super well. They have threat Pokemon. It's insane. So I'm really excited to see that. And I hope that you guys are just as excited as I am to see what's going to happen with the LBA. I might not upload every single battle because some of them aren't as exciting as others, but I hope that you guys are willing to just watch the ones that I do upload. And I think that's about all that I have to say on my team. My team is amazing. I'm really happy with my team. There's not much I would like to have. I mean, honestly, I'd like to have a grass type. Like, aside from this, I'd like to have an offensive grass type. However, Amoonguss, let me see something real quick here. Amoonguss. I have YouTube open. I don't want Classy Cat's video to just start playing in the background. Yeah, but see, even then, Amoonguss, it's a great Pokemon. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, along with your favorite Pokemon of mine that I drafted. I will make sure that I actually read them all because I'm really excited to see what you guys liked on my team. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.